you're tired of hearing, we'll get back to you, we've got to check with some other people, we're not sure, or the ultimate, we're not going to make a move. We're just not going to make a move. We're going to stay where we are. So status quo is here. It will always be here. But you are looking at getting a return on an investment in a group coaching program that you were in, and you just haven't seen it come to fruition. This is what this video is about. I'm going to give you 3 tips on starting your journey to become a trusted advisor for your corporate buyer. So if you're in B2B sales, you want to stay right here, because we're going to get to a space where you can make your client look like a rock star, increase revenue, and live the life that you dreamed of, and not be so focused on how you cannot be salesy or scripted when you're having conversations with your buyers. At the end of the day, being a trusted advisor is the wave of the future. We're already in it. At the end of the day, you don't want to just be the typical salesperson, because 88% of corporate buyers have actually stated that they buy from people they perceive as trusted advisors. So let's start here. What in the world's a trusted advisor? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the fact that when you go to the doctor, it's highly unlikely that you ask your physician for financial planning advice, and vice versa. When you go see your financial planner, you're likely not asking about healthcare advice. You're likely not asking your mailman for parenting advice. But if you needed to know how far a street is in your city, the mailman might be the right person. You need to be a trusted advisor. So just this trust factor, the trust factor is as heightened. Advisory means they trust you to give them advice in the space that you're in. You're an expert in the space, and they look to you as a fiduciary, meaning that I will ask this person questions, she will give me answers, he or she will give me answers that are not just about them. It's not just about whether it's going to be great for me, and I'm going to give you an answer so that you're more influenced to come my way, right? At the end of the day, they're looking for you to give them advice that will help them make their best decision. Okay, how do we do this? Let's start with preparation and practice. Preparation and practice literally don't make perfect. They make natural, comfortable, and confident. How can you get well prepared and well studied for any particular sales conversation you're going to have? First and foremost, you're going to want to check their LinkedIn. A lot of buyers, they don't update their LinkedIn, so I always go and Google their name. They could have written a book. They could have been a part of a session, a speaking session, and it's just not updated on their LinkedIn. So that's one thing that I do think people miss out on. Google the person that you're meeting with or the people that you're meeting with and see if they've done some things that they haven't updated on their LinkedIn. The second thing that you can do, in addition to just checking annual reports and 10Qs and 10Ks, you can actually go to their website and look at the news. Look for media, look for news. The About section is also a place you want to go. But I was just on a call, and a week ago, this particular company had not made a decision on their president. Today, actually, if I look back 2 days prior, they had announced a new president. Had I not checked the news and media section, I wouldn't know that. So in the end of the call, I was able to congratulate the person I was speaking with because they have a new president, right? And having a new president in your organization is an important thing. And I'm sure they were kind of in limbo, wondering who was going to get that designation. So there's another part of that. So you want to be prepared as well as practiced. And I'm going to hint on the practice side. I've been in sales for 30 years and I still practice. I still look at bullet points. I still do the research. I write it down. Sometimes I use index cards if I'm out and about. Sometimes I use a recorder on my phone so that I'm actually hearing what it is I want to repeat in a meeting, right? In a presentation. Or maybe it's just the questions that I want to ask in discovery. Use the tools available to you and practice. Set aside some time to practice. So that is area number 1 in terms of practice and preparation. The second thing that you want to do is you want to uncover motivations that your buyer has or your group of buyers have to make a decision, and what's the motivation for them to not make the decision. So we'll want to talk a little bit about, have you made the decision in the past? How did that look? What did the decision-making process look like? Who's involved in the decision-making? And it really isn't because you want to know if you're talking to the right person, even though we do. It's also because we want to understand what's important to them in terms of their decision making and how you can help them get to their best decision. There are going to be economic buyers in the room, which are more financial. There are going to be more people, culture-oriented buyers in the room. You'll want to know who's who so that you can actually support the decision making of each of them, and then that gathers up to the decision making of the whole team. And then finally, and this is an easy one for you, you want to be human. So you literally want to enter and just be human, talk a little bit about, understanding who they are, what's important to them. For some people, a promotion is the main thing, right? That's the biggest deal. For other people, it becomes, no, I just want to be sure we get to our outcome because this is creating havoc on the team. And then for others, it becomes, this means if we're able to succeed here, we can then go out and hire more people. So there could be a community-driven desired outcome. But you'll want to learn what that is, and those are human goals. You want to understand what the human goals are for each of the people that you're speaking with, as well as if it's just one decision maker. All right, so here's your time to make a decision. Click the button around this video and schedule your discovery call. It is your time to help me understand how I could potentially help you, and or if there's not a fit and we're not aligned, or maybe you're looking for something else, at least I could support you getting to that something else. So it's well worth your time. It's zero pressure. It's also free. Schedule your time so that we can talk. It's going to be limited space available because I want to be able to pour in to anyone that comes on board so that they can actually do what I call is land the plane, right? You've been navigating this coaching space, this airspace, this corporate space for a long time. You learned how to get the plane off the ground. You're navigating the space. It's now time to know which gate you're going to, what day, what time you're getting there, and have someone navigate the path to get you to a successful onboarding with your client. Don't forget to click the button and schedule your call. I'm looking forward to meeting each and every one of you.